How LeBron James spends $1.5 million on his body. James is one of the most physically dominant players in the league. Out of all the accomplishments of James' career, his longevity might be the most impressive. However, it doesn't come all naturally. James is currently 35 years old, but still, he performs like he's in his prime. The main reason behind this is, unlike other athletes, James considered his body a major investment. And you already know by the title of this video that he spent around $1.5 million on his body, but if you see the amount of effort he puts into his body, you simply wouldn't believe it. Hello guys, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be going over how LeBron James spends $1.5 million on his body alone. But before starting the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more awesome content and turn on notifications so you receive a notification every time we upload a new video. And without further ado, let's dive in. Number 1. Firstly, LeBron James is a team of people who range from trainers to chefs that work with him. According to ESPN, when James was having back problems in 2015, he reached out to David Alexander, a trainer he worked with in Miami. Alexander pointed James to Donnie Raymond, a former Navy SEAL and an expert in biomechanics. Raymond actually helped James work on his core strength, eventually fixing his back problems forever. James eventually hired Raymond full-time, and Raymond moved to Akron to be close to James. Also, James has his group of personal chefs who cook the food the way he likes it and the way he does not affect his body in any negative way. Talking about his diet, he doesn't eat sugar, carbs, or dairy and is known to follow the lowest possible carb diet. Fun fact, he went on a 67-day abstinence from these products in 2014. Although James willingly does cut out food groups to help him stay in shape, he does have cheat days where he splurges on red meat and a lot of sugar. Number 2. James does not focus on being stronger as he knows he's already strong enough for the league, rather he focuses on longevity and recovery. After spending this much money on the body, you get access to special forms of treatment to prepare for and recover from games. Let's list some of them down. The first one is cryotherapy. He was reportedly one of the first players to invest in a cryo chamber which utilizes liquid nitrogen to essentially be a more efficient version of an ice bath. Now, this is a kind of pain treatment that helps deaden an irritated nerve. Cryotherapy also includes subjecting the body to freezing temperatures. This is also used to treat cancers like prostate cancer. It takes only 3 minutes and is surely helpful for a guy like James with a super hectic schedule. Dermatologists also use this process to treat abnormal skin cells. The benefits come with some side effects such as that it sometimes leaves numbness, tingling, or other sensations in the skin. One interesting thing about James that his high school coach says he knew his body was going to take a tremendous amount of wear and tear, so he started working on this years ago. When James was 19 years old, his body was already NBA ready. Now, here's the next treatment, hyperbaric oxygen therapy. And now this sounds really expensive and fancy. Now, James is a fan of using a hyperbaric chamber to put more oxygen into his body, which can also increase mental awareness. It is a type of treatment used to speed up the healing of carbon monoxide poisoning, gangrene, stubborn wounds, and infections in which tissues are starved for oxygen. Its main use is to treat diving-related illnesses, but it may enhance healing in people with various other conditions. A 1-hour hyperbaric oxygen therapy session may cost between $300 and higher in private clinics and over $2,000 in hospitals. Normatec leg boots is another thing he owns. Now, he owns Normatec leg boots, which creates a specific massage pattern just for him. If this isn't luxury, then what is? It basically helps him keep his legs strong. It is a kind of leg recovery system that helps him keep his legs strong, like we just said. These boots inflate and take a certain shape according to the body and massages those areas himself. They get slightly attached and fine-tuned to the shape of different body parts like legs, hips, and arms. It is known that he gets 3 to 4 massages per week. After seeing all these high-tech treatments, you might be thinking this is all that James does, but James also has some simpler treatments too, like just simple ice baths. James also has masseuses and is a fan of pedicures. We should also understand that LeBron's body is not just a result of all this fancy technology. He's very well aware of all stuff that goes into his body, and also he's very disciplined when it comes to eating and drinking. James takes great care of his body, which results in him being the healthiest he's ever been. Also, speaking about LeBron's tattoos, LeBron uses one of the most exclusive tattoo artists in the country, Bang Bang Tattoos in New York City, which charges a minimum of $350 per hour. And he's a total of 24 tattoos all over his body. So guys, that was it for today's video. We hope you liked it. If you did, then make sure to hit that like button and drop an awesome comment. Also, if you want to see more content like this in the future, then consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload an awesome video. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.